What if one day something as simple as taking a shower or getting dressed becomes a challenge? Most of us don't think twice about these everyday tasks until we suddenly can't do them. That's where understanding ADLs become a lot more important than it sounds. Because once you know what they are, you'll start to see just how closely they're tied to your daily independence and your financial planning. In this video, I'll break down what activities of daily living, or ADLs, actually are, why they matter so much in Singapore, and how you can prepare yourself and your loved ones in case help is ever needed. Hi, I'm Fer from Dollar Bureau, a personal finance platform that talks about insurance, investments, and financial planning. Alright, let's get started. Let's first understand what even are ADLs. So think of ADLs as the basic self-care tasks you've been handling since you were a child. Stuff like showering, getting dressed, eating, using the toilet, and even moving about. It's easy to take them for granted until the day they become difficult. And that's when they start to have serious implications, not just medically, but financially too. These activities are a big deal in the insurance and healthcare industries. Why? Because if you ever find yourself needing a bit of help with these tasks, schemes like CareShield Life and ElderShield come into the picture to give you financial support. That's why ADLs are not just medical, they are tied directly to your financial safety net. In other words, ADLs don't just affect your quality of life, they influence the kind of financial support you are eligible for too. And depending on your insurance coverage, your life insurance plans might also provide you with payouts upon diagnosis of ADL-related disabilities. So understanding what they are is crucial. You might think that it only applies to older folks, but don't be quick to dismiss it because the truth is anyone at any age could suddenly find themselves needing help with this. So let's talk about the 6 ADLs in detail. Once you understand each one, you'll see just how foundational they really are. We'll start with the first and most obvious one, staying clean. Washing is the cornerstone of personal hygiene. It's not just splashing water on your face, it's about being able to bathe yourself thoroughly. And that can be a real challenge for those with mobility issues, especially in slippery, wet environments. Next up, once you are fresh and clean, it's time to get dressed. So dressing isn't just choosing your outfit of the day or doing fit checks. It's the full process of putting on clothes and taking them off without any help. It might seem simple until reaching for your shirt becomes a struggle. And after dressing comes one of life's greatest pleasures, eating. So in ADL terms, it's called feeding, and it refers to being able to eat on your own, whether it's enjoying a bowl of laksa or sipping a warm coffee. Feeding yourself is a sign of key independence. And in a country where food is practically a national identity, this one hits home. And of course, the next one on the list is private and essential functions such as going to the toilet. Being able to manage your bathroom needs from start to flush is about both comfort and dignity. Whether you're doing it at a hawker center or at home, independence in this area is essential. It's something that no one wants to give up. The next ADL is walking or moving around. This goes beyond rushing for the MRT or dodging crowds in Orchard Road. It's about the ability to move through your home or community unaided. Mobility is freedom, and losing it can drastically impact daily life. And finally, we arrive at the very underrated but important action, transferring. It means moving your body from one place to another, like getting out of bed or going onto a chair. It sounds minor, but when this ability goes, even the smallest movements require help. So, what happens when someone begins to struggle with one or more of these tasks? That's where an assessment comes in. An ADL assessment is a practical checkup to evaluate how well someone managed these tasks. This kind of assessment becomes more important as we age because while age comes with wisdom, it also brings a few physical challenges. The ones who are likely in need of an ADL assessment are those looking to claim for insurance policies. Whether that's your CareShield Life, your ElderShield, or even payouts from life insurance policies, insurers will request you undergo an assessment before they make an insurance payout. An ADL assessment may also be required for many government support schemes such as the Home Caregiving Grant and IDAPE. Also, as we get older, even basic tasks like this can become more challenging. An assessment can highlight where support is needed, whether you need grab bars in the toilets or having someone to take care of you full time. It gives a clearer picture of where someone is coping and where they are struggling. So, if you're wondering about how to go get an ADL assessment, let's look at the options you have here in sunny Singapore. So, if you or a loved one needs an ADL checkup, your first step is to look for a MOH approved healthcare provider. General practitioners, occupational therapists, and physiotherapists are all trained to conduct this assessment. And the good news is they are accessible across clinics island wide. I've linked to the list of ADL assessors in the description below. Now, let's look at some tools and equipment that can make a big difference when ADLs get tricky. Firstly, walkers. So, walkers or walking sticks are a common sight, providing balance and confidence when mobility becomes tricky. They're simple but incredibly effective. Next, shower chairs. In the bathroom, shower chairs offer a secure seat while bathing, perfect for those who can't stand for long or are at risk of sleeping. Next are elevated toilet seats. Pair that with an elevated toilet seat and the bathroom becomes a much safer place. This reduces the strain on legs and the back, especially helpful when sitting or standing becomes tough. Next are hearing aids. Hearing aids keep people connected, alert, and safe, whether it's hearing the doorbell or a kitchen alarm. Last but not least, medical alert devices. And let's not forget safety in emergencies, because medical alert devices, worn as either pendants or bracelets, can call for help at the press of a button. It gives peace of mind not just to the users but also their families too. These devices can literally be lifesavers. Okay, next, where can I find assistance with ADLs for a family member or a loved one? Fortunately, Singapore offers a solid support network when it comes to elder care and ADL support. Whether it's finding a professional caregiver or tapping into public resources, help is available. Start with community centers and social service offices. They'll often link you to services like meal deliveries, home modifications, and personal care help. They are a great starting point if you're unsure where to go. Polyclinics and hospitals can also assess needs and refer you to occupational therapists for practical advice. These professionals can recommend tools or changes to help someone function better at home. Sometimes just a few small tweaks can make a big difference. There are also private home care agencies offering full-time or part-time support for daily tasks. From feeding to hygiene and mobility, these services are tailored to the individual's needs. So, if you want personalized care, this is a great option. The Agency for Integrated Care, also known as the AIC, is your go-to government body for elder care. They provide resources, guidance, and even financial aid for caregivers and families. Just check out their website or visit a center for more info. I've linked them to the description down below. And there are also social service agencies who collaborate with public schemes and run ADL assistance programs too. Together, all of these groups create a strong ecosystem for anyone needing care. Now, you might have also heard of something called the IADLs. So let's just quickly talk about how they differ from ADLs and why that matters. ADLs cover the basics such as washing, dressing, feeding, toileting, walking, and transferring. IADLs go further. They are complex tasks that help someone live in and contribute to their community. Let me give you some examples. Preparing food isn't just reheating last night's chicken rice. It's planning and cooking and servicing meals that meet your health needs. Then there's getting around using public transport, shopping for essentials, and even running errands. Next is managing and socializing. Managing bills and taking medication correctly, that's part of IADLs too, actually. It's one thing to earn money, it's another to track expenses and follow medical routines. And finally, staying connected matters more than you think. Companionship is key to mental well-being. Whether it's chatting with a friend over coffee or calling a relative, staying social is a vital IADL. These are the tasks that help you stay engaged and independent. Speaking of independence, let's now talk about what you can do financially to protect your own independence. Now, let's talk about money. Because when ADLs are compromised, costs can add up quickly. This is where planning ahead really pays off. The first thing you should look at is long-term care insurance. These are policies like your CareShield Life and ElderShield. they are your first line of defense. They provide monthly payouts if you become severely disabled due to ADL limitations. These schemes are designed to help you manage the added costs of daily support on top of making sure you still have income when you're no longer capable of working. Next, health insurance. Those who struggle with ADLs are more prone to injury, so make sure you're covered for hospital visits and treatments. And don't overlook this next one, which is TPD insurance. TPD insurance usually forms as part of your life or term plans. While TPD coverage is different from long-term care insurance that pays you money when you are unable to perform the ADLs, TPD, on the other hand, takes it a step further to give you a lump sum payout when you are no longer able to work at all for the rest of your life. This helps your family financially to take care of your needs while also taking care of themselves. And also the Medisave and MediShield Life, these play a huge role. Keep your Medisave topped up. It can help cover long-term care expenses, and MediShield Life protects you from big hospital bills or expensive outpatient care. Understanding how all of these work is key to staying financially ready. I've covered them in a separate video, linked to both of them in the description. Of course, you should also consider to build a solid savings and investment plan. Set aside a fund specifically for health or elder care costs. Think of it as your personal safety net that grows over time. And finally, make legal preparation as part of the plan. Setting up a lasting power of attorney makes sure that your wishes are protected if you can make decisions for yourself. This brings clarity and control when it matters most. Now, let's wrap up with a quick recap and what to do next if you want to take action. We've covered a lot today, from what ADLs are to how they're assessed, the tools that support them, and the financial steps you can take to plan ahead. At the end of the day, it's all about staying independent and keeping your dignity intact. Navigating ADLs and long-term care planning can feel overwhelming, but you are not alone in this. And a little bit of preparation now can go a long way later. If you are feeling unsure or just want to chat through your options, our partnered financial advisors are here to help. Just a friendly, helpful conversation to point you in the right direction. You can find the link in the description below. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more practical financial tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.